Today, we are going to prepare a delicious white chocolate cream, perfect for filling and decorating various desserts, cakes, and cupcakes. White chocolate cream is undoubtedly one of my favorites. I love it because it can be combined with countless flavors like vanilla, raspberry, lime, lemon, dark chocolate. It's simply the perfect cream. Melt 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, of white chocolate in a double boiler or in the microwave. I prefer to do it in a double boiler since white chocolate is very delicate and can burn easily. This way you can control the heat without adding more than necessary. Let the chocolate cool down and set it aside for now. Here, I'm showing you the texture the butter should have. It should be at a pomade consistency, soft but not melted. Add 250 grams, 8.8 ounces, of butter and beat at medium-high speed for 2 minutes or until it lightens in color. Add 250 grams, 8.8 ounces, of powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar, which is about 11 heaping tablespoons, along with a bit of milk, a total of 2 tablespoons. Add the sugar in 2 batches and mix the butter and sugar a bit to prevent a cloud of sugar from rising. This cream turns out even better with a professional mixer, but since I usually demonstrate with a handheld mixer for those who don't have a stand mixer, I think it helps a lot. This way, it gives them confidence, and they can see the texture of the cream, which is important because using a handheld mixer won't break the cream, it will be just as firm and smooth. Add all the remaining sugar and milk, mix a bit with the mixer turned off, and then beat on high speed for 3 to 4 minutes. When the cream reaches this texture, add the 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, of melted and cooled white chocolate. This means the chocolate should still be liquid but not warm to the touch. Beat for another 2 minutes. The more you beat, the firmer the cream will be. This cream can sit at room temperature for a day, in the fridge in an airtight container for a week, and can also be frozen for up to 3 months. To thaw, let the white chocolate buttercream come back to room temperature and re-whip it before using. It's perfect, firm, creamy, and smooth. Here, I'll show you how to color this cream. I recommend gel food coloring as it gives much better results. With just 1 drop of each color, you get a beautiful pastel tone. I'll also show you how to add multiple colors in the same piping bag. This is perfect for decorating a cake with rosettes or cupcakes. They look beautiful this way. The tips I'm using are the Wilton 1M and the 1E. I absolutely love this one. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I do. I really hope you give it a try and share in the comments what delicious desserts you've created with this white chocolate cream. But don't rush off just yet. Up next, I'll be sharing even more irresistible white chocolate ideas, from silky ganaches to creamy, coconut-filled Raffaello-style creams, and rich caramel creations with a hint of white chocolate. If this recipe didn't quite hit the spot, the next ones might just be the perfect match for your desserts. So, stick around, I promise you won't want to miss what's coming next. Today I want to show you how to make a cream that will become the perfect base for many of your favorite desserts. This caramel and white chocolate cream has a unique texture, firm yet creamy at the same time. It is ideal for using as a decoration for cakes, a filling for macarons, or for decorating cupcakes. I assure you that with this recipe, your desserts will have a professional and delicious touch. Its silky and firm texture, along with the balanced sweetness of caramel and white chocolate, makes it the perfect complement to many types of desserts. Additionally, this cream is very versatile. If you prefer a more fluid texture, you can use it as a drip for cakes or as a delicious topping for eclairs, cookies, and even as an exquisite sauce to accompany scoops of ice cream. The options are endless. The best part is that this recipe is easy to prepare using common kitchen tools, accessible ingredients, and achieving a professional result that will impress everyone. Let me know where you are watching from and how you plan to use this cream in your sweet creations. I'm excited to see how you will incorporate it into your desserts. Place 300 g, 1½ cups, of sugar in a heavy-bottomed saucepan and heat it over medium-high heat. Stir constantly as the sugar gradually melts, acquiring a golden tone and a liquid texture. Once the sugar is completely melted, reduce the heat and slowly pour in 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of warm or hot heavy cream. Stir constantly to integrate the cream into the caramel. Cook over medium-low heat until the mixture lightly boils for 1 to 2 minutes. Incorporate 50 g, 3½ tablespoons, of butter into the mixture and stir until it is completely dissolved. Let it boil for a few more seconds, and it is ready. Weigh 400 g, 14 ounces, of white chocolate of your choice. You can opt for compound chocolate, like the one I use, or real high-quality chocolate for a more refined result. Pour the hot mixture over the chopped white chocolate. Stir with a manual whisk or use a food processor until you obtain a completely smooth, shiny, and lump-free cream. Cover the cream with plastic wrap, placing it in direct contact with the surface to prevent a crust from forming. Let it cool first at room temperature and then in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. This step is essential for the cream to achieve a semi-firm consistency, perfect for use as a drip on cakes, as a topping for eclairs, or for coating cookies. If you want a firmer texture, similar to ganache, you can incorporate an additional 100 g, 3.5 ounces, of white chocolate. On the other hand, if you prefer to keep the original recipe, simply whip the cream, as I will show you next, until you reach an extra firm texture, ideal for detailed decorations with greater stability. This cream is absolutely perfect for filling macarons, tartlets, cupcakes, and cakes of any kind, whether short or multi-tiered, thanks to its firm texture that ensures it holds its shape even in the most elaborate decorations. Its consistency allows it to be spread easily to cover surfaces evenly and professionally, or used with piping tips to create borders, flowers, or more complex designs. This cream is not only perfect for decorations but also shines as a key component in more creative desserts. You can combine it with crushed cookies, sponge cake, or fresh fruits, creating irresistible layers that mix textures and flavors to surprise everyone. To take it to another level, you can personalize it by adding vanilla extract, orange zest, or even a touch of salt to balance the sweetness of the caramel and white chocolate. Its versatility is incredible, adapting to your tastes and needs for every occasion. To demonstrate the firmness of this cream, as I always do in my tutorials, I use Wilton piping tips 1E and 1M, which are ideal for voluminous decorations and precise details. This cream not only enhances the appearance of your desserts but also elevates their flavor to new heights. Give it your personal touch and enjoy creating culinary masterpieces. I hope you give this caramel and white chocolate cream a try. Its unique flavor and versatility make it a must-have for any baking enthusiast. Let me know in the comments how you used it and share your creations with your loved ones. In this video, we are going to make a truly special cream. I will guide you step by step to achieve that perfect, silky, and firm texture that makes this cream so unique. Additionally, I'll teach you how to color it with gel food coloring to personalize your creations and show you how to restore its smooth and creamy texture if it becomes too cold. For this recipe, I use simple, affordable ingredients that are easily accessible to everyone. This cream has a smooth, firm, and silky texture. Its consistency is stable, allowing rosettes and other decorative details to stay in place without crumbling or losing shape. This cream can be used as a filling for macarons and cakes, providing a sweet flavor and a delightful texture. It can also serve as a base for making truffles or bonbons, providing a rich and creamy interior texture. The Butterganache maintains its firmness without being frozen, just refrigerated. You can see how the rosettes and decorations don't crumble or shift when you turn the plate. This stability is a testament to its well-balanced consistency. The Butterganache handles very well with a piping bag. Its texture allows precise and controlled application, ideal for detailed and elegant decorations. I would be very happy if you could let me know from which country you're watching while I start this delicious recipe. Place 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of white chocolate in a heat-proof bowl. Add 150 milliliters, 5 fluid ounces, of cream or heavy whipping cream to the bowl with the chocolate. Place the bowl with the chocolate and cream inside a saucepan with warm water. Bring the saucepan to the stove and heat over low heat until the chocolate is almost melted and mixes well with the cream. As an alternative, you can also melt the chocolate and cream in a double boiler in the microwave, heating in short intervals of 30 seconds and stirring well between each interval to prevent the chocolate from burning. Once the chocolate and cream are completely melted and well combined, cover the surface of the mixture with plastic wrap, making sure the plastic touches the chocolate directly. Let it cool to room temperature until the mixture is warm but not completely cold. The mixture should have a honey-like texture. Transfer the mixture and add 250 g, 8.8 ounces, of unsalted butter at room temperature. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with all my new videos. Beat the mixture at medium speed until it acquires a creamy and homogeneous texture. You can support me by sharing my videos on your social media accounts. Make sure to scrape the sides of the bowl with a spatula to gather any pieces of butter that might have stuck to the edges. Beat at high speed until you achieve a perfect, smooth, and silky cream. The mixture should have a light and homogeneous texture, ideal for decorating and filling your desserts. If you like my video, I would be very happy if you subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. Now transfer the cream to a piping bag equipped with a nozzle. You'll see how well it holds its shape and how firm this delicious cream is, perfect for decorating your desserts with elegant and precise details. This cream can be stored in the refrigerator for up to a week. Before using it, let it rest at room temperature to regain its smooth texture. If necessary, lightly beat it again to restore its creamy consistency. Butterganache can be frozen for 2 to 3 months. Wrap the airtight container with additional plastic wrap to prevent freezer burn. To use it, defrost it in the refrigerator overnight and then at room temperature. If the texture has altered, beat it again to regain its smoothness. Next, I want to show you how firm this cream is. It's amazing. Observe how it holds its shape, how firm it is, and how perfectly the rosettes have formed using this beautiful nozzle. It's worth mentioning that this cream has only been refrigerated, not frozen. Thanks to its high chocolate and butter content, it hardens quickly when refrigerated. If you prefer a completely sugar-free cream, you can use sugar-free white chocolate. Here, I show you how the cream looks after 2 days in the refrigerator without being covered. I stored it exactly as you see it. I will take a portion of the cream, make a few rosettes, and put them in the microwave for a few seconds, just enough time to soften the cream and then mix it with a spatula. Another option is to soften the cream in a double boiler. Do this gradually, whether with small amounts or the entire cream, but always ensuring it doesn't melt excessively. I dyed the cream lemon yellow by adding a generous amount of gel coloring. This way, you can see that the cream maintains its texture without altering it. I mix well and set it aside for now. Next, I take another portion of cream and leave it a few more seconds in the microwave to show you how liquid it becomes if overheated, in case this happens to you, and how to fix it. I mix it well and let it rest until it reaches room temperature. Then, I continue working with other small portions and dye them in various colors. I mix the cream that was previously more liquid with some firmer cream to improve its consistency. After mixing well, I also add a generous amount of blue gel coloring. Depending on the shade of color you're looking for, you can add a generous amount like I did or just a little coloring. I prepare the nozzles I'm going to use to show you the texture the cream should have, and I select 5 large 1E nozzles. If you work in pastry or make cakes frequently, having several nozzles of the same size makes the work much easier. Nowadays, we're lucky to have access to and purchase nozzles at very affordable prices on various platforms like Temu. This is especially useful for decorating cakes like unicorn or vintage-style cakes, which are very trendy these days, where you need to have several nozzles ready with different cream colors. I prepare each nozzle with its respective piping bag and add the cream to each one. Here's the demonstration, as always in my tutorials, so you can see the perfect and firm texture of this cream, just like it was 2 days ago when it was freshly made. I hope I've explained myself well and that my tips help you in preparing this cream, dyeing it, and decorating with it. We'll use substitute chocolate, Purato's ambient cream, vegetable cream with 38% fat, and unsalted butter. These 3 ingredients will allow you to create an extra firm ganache resistant and perfect for any climate. You also have the option to use higher quality white chocolate, milk chocolate, or dark chocolate along with animal origin cream. If you decide to use milk or dark chocolate, it's important to adjust the amounts to achieve the desired texture for an extra firm and silky Butterganache using different types of chocolate. It's important to adjust the proportions since the cocoa content and consistency vary between white, milk, and dark chocolate. In the video description, I'll leave the necessary quantities for each type of chocolate so you can adapt them and always achieve the perfect texture. Now let's make a delicious Raffaello cream, perfect for filling cakes, tarts, macarons, or decorating cupcakes. Add 30 grams, 1 ounce, of cornstarch. Then, add 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, of sweetened condensed milk and 2 sachets of vanilla sugar, or substitute with a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Add part of the 400 milliliters, 13.5 fluid ounces, of milk, reserving the rest for heating in a saucepan. Mix the cornstarch mixture well and set it aside for now. When the milk in the saucepan is hot, add the cornstarch mixture and stir constantly for 4 to 5 minutes until it thickens and boils well. Let me know which country you're watching from. I'd also love to know which cream recipe from my channel you've tried. Did it turn out well? Did you like the flavor? What would you change? Remove the saucepan from the heat and add 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, of white chocolate. Mix until the chocolate is melted, then add 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, of shredded coconut. Stir well, transfer the cream to another container, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it cool completely at room temperature. The next step is to beat and cream 250 grams, 8.8 ounces, of softened butter. This is the texture it should have. I use unsalted butter with 82% fat content. Do not use margarine or vegetable shortening. I also recommend that both the cream and the butter be at the same temperature to avoid curdling. Gradually add spoonfuls of the coconut cream to the butter, beating just until combined each time. Repeat until all the cream is added. There's no need to overbeat, just combine. This cream holds up well at room temperature for several hours and can be refrigerated for up to 5 days. The result is a firm, smooth, and delicious cream, perfect for filling cakes, layer cakes, macarons, or cookies, and for decorating cupcakes and pastries. It's a perfect cream, without heavy cream, mascarpone, or cream cheese. It's also budget-friendly and has a delicious coconut and white chocolate flavor, making it perfect for any type of dessert. Share this tutorial with your friends, comment if you liked this recipe, and let me know what future recipes you'd like to see on my channel. Thank you so much for your support. In the world of pastry, coffee ganache stands out for its perfect harmony, delighting the most discerning palates. This super delicious dessert can be prepared with just 3 ingredients, with no added sugar and no butter. With just 2 simple steps, it becomes a quick and easy option for any occasion. Its smooth and creamy texture makes it an ideal ingredient for a wide range of treats, including individual desserts in cups with cookies or fresh fruit, decoration for a rich ice cream, cakes, cupcakes, cookies, and macarons. In addition to its versatility and freshness, its intense and aromatic flavor adds a gourmet touch to any creation. I would be so happy if you tell me from which country you're watching me as I start the recipe. Prepare 1½ cups, 350 milliliters, of fresh cream with 38% fat content or heavy whipping cream. Prepare and weigh 12 ounces, 350 g, of white chocolate. I use compound chocolate or baking chocolate, but you can use any type of higher quality chocolate according to your preference. In a small saucepan, heat the 1½ cups, 350 milliliters, of fresh cream or heavy whipping cream over medium heat until it begins to boil. It's important to pay attention and stir constantly to avoid the cream burning. Remove it from the heat just before it boils completely. Pour the cream over the white chocolate and let it rest for about 2 minutes so that the heat from the cream melts the chocolate. With a spatula or a hand whisk, gently mix the cream and chocolate until you get a smooth and homogeneous mixture. Make sure all the chocolate is completely melted and well incorporated. Add 2 tablespoons of instant coffee and stir well until the coffee is completely dissolved. You can also use an immersion blender or food processor, as I usually do, to ensure a smooth and homogeneous mixture. Transfer the mixture of the 3 ingredients to another bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. Let the mixture come to room temperature, then store it in the refrigerator until you need the coffee ganache. You can prepare it a day ahead. Once cold, whip the ganache until you achieve the desired texture, which can be soft or very firm, depending on how long you beat it. If it happens that you overbeat it or it becomes too firm, don't worry. You can fix it. Slowly add a tablespoon of cream at a time and stir manually with a spoon or whisk until the ganache becomes smooth and creamy again. Use a large Wilton 353 tip and a Wilton 1M tip. Now that you've prepared your delicious coffee ganache with no added sugar and no butter, it's time to enjoy it. Use it as a filling for cakes, sheet cakes, as a topping for cupcakes, or to make delicious desserts in glasses with cookies and red fruits. You can also serve it over ice cream for a refreshing dessert. And there you have it. With these simple steps, you can prepare irresistibly delicious coffee ganache that will surely become the star of your favorite desserts. Let me share with you some interesting details about this coffee ganache that you might find surprising. Did you know that ganache can be used for more than just filling and frosting? It can also be poured over cakes and desserts as a glaze, or even whipped into a mousse for a rich, airy treat. Heavy cream can be stored for up to a week past its expiration date if kept unopened and refrigerated. Just be sure to check for any sour smell before use. Ganache texture changes depending on the chocolate to cream ratio. For a thicker ganache, perfect for filling cakes, use more chocolate. For a softer one, great for glazing, use more cream. Did you know ganache can be made with any type of chocolate? Dark, milk, or white chocolate all create different flavors and textures, so you can customize it to match your dessert. Ganache was accidentally invented. It's believed to have been discovered by a French pastry chef in the 19th century when cream was mistakenly poured over chocolate, creating a smooth, glossy consistency. You can freeze ganache for later use. Just store it in an airtight container in the freezer, and when you're ready to use it, let it thaw and whip it back to the perfect consistency. Instant coffee dissolves better in warm liquids. Adding it to the cream helps it blend smoothly into the ganache, intensifying the coffee flavor without leaving any gritty texture. Did you know that ganache has a shelf life? If stored in the fridge, it can last up to 5 days, and it will stay good for about a month if frozen. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell to stay updated with all my new videos. You can support me by sharing my videos on your social media accounts. In the world of baking, coconut ganache shines with its perfect balance of exotic sweetness and irresistible creaminess, conquering the most refined palates. Prepare 1½ cups, 12 fluid ounces, of plant-based cream. I usually use the brand Ambient Puratos. Pour the cream into a small saucepan and heat it over medium heat until it begins to simmer. You can also opt for fresh cream with 38% fat or heavy whipping cream. It's crucial to keep an eye on the cream to prevent it from burning. Remove it from the heat just before it reaches a full boil. While the cream is heating, finely chop 12 ounces, 350 grams, of white chocolate, or use white chocolate chips if you prefer, like I do, and place them in a heat-resistant bowl. Add 4 tablespoons of coconut milk to the bowl with the white chocolate. Pour the hot cream over the chocolate and let the heat melt the white chocolate for a few seconds. Stir with a spoon until the mixture is smooth, and then use a handheld blender to ensure a silky and creamy texture for the coconut ganache. The consistency of ganache depends on the chocolate-to-cream ratio. A higher chocolate content makes it thicker, perfect for truffles or cake fillings, while more cream creates a pourable glaze. Transfer the ganache to a bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. Let it cool in the refrigerator for at least an hour. If you want a firmer consistency, you can add more white chocolate to the ganache. It's crucial to allow the ganache to cool so it reaches the desired texture before using it in your favorite desserts. After cooling, whip the ganache until it reaches a firm and perfect texture. This ganache is versatile and can be used in many ways. Use it as a filling for cakes, a topping for cupcakes, a drip for fresh fruits, or simply serve it as a refreshing dessert. Its smooth and silky consistency makes it the ideal complement for a variety of desserts, from elegant cakes to delicate macarons and exquisite truffles. Because of its versatility and the tropical touch it brings, it has become a must-have for sweet lovers seeking a unique and memorable gourmet experience. Ganache was created in France in the mid-19th century, though its exact origin is debated. The word ganache comes from the French term for fool or clumsy, as legend has it that it was accidentally discovered when a pastry apprentice poured hot cream over chocolate. The mixture turned out to be a smooth, velvety cream instead of a disaster. Color the coconut ganache with gel food coloring if you like. Ganache is considered a fundamental recipe in French pastry. Its versatility makes it an essential component in many desserts, such as truffles, cakes, tarts, and fillings. Some of the world's most famous pastry chefs, like Pierre Hermé and Dominique Ansel, use ganache in their creations. It's a key ingredient in luxurious desserts and is often adapted with unique flavor pairings. I use a Wilton 1M piping tip and a large 1E piping tip, but of course use the piping tips you like the most. Ganache is often associated with high-end desserts because it requires high-quality chocolate to achieve its signature smooth texture and rich flavor. While its roots are French, ganache is used in cuisines worldwide, proving its universal appeal. Pastry chefs often refer to ganache as their secret weapon due to its ability to elevate the taste and appearance of any dessert. I hope you enjoyed this delicious and easy recipe. I'd love to know what tutorials you'd like to see on my channel in the future. Your comments and suggestions for my upcoming recipes would be greatly appreciated. In the world of pastry, Blackcurrant Ganache stands out for its perfect harmony, delighting even the most demanding palates. This dessert is a delicious sophistication that can be prepared with just 3 ingredients, without added sugar and without butter. In just 2 simple steps, it becomes a quick and easy option for any occasion. Its smooth and creamy texture makes it ideal for a variety of delights, from individual desserts in cups with cookies and fresh fruit to decorations for ice cream, cakes, cupcakes, or filling cookies and macarons. In addition to its versatility and freshness, its intense and fruity flavor adds a gourmet touch to any creation. This has made it an undisputed favorite among sweet enthusiasts, elevating even the simplest recipes to a superior level of sophistication. I would be very happy if you could write me from which country you are watching while I start the recipe. The first step is to prepare the blackcurrant jam. Here I have 250 grams /8.8 oz of frozen blackcurrants harvested from my garden last year. Add half a glass of water, 100 milliliters /3.4 fluid ounces, to the currants and let them boil for 2 minutes. If you don't have currants, you can use blueberries or raspberries as an alternative. In a small saucepan, heat 300 milliliters /10.1 fluid ounces of fresh cream, 38% fat, or heavy cream, over medium heat until it begins to boil. It is important to pay attention to avoid burning the cream. Remove it from the heat just before it boils completely. Meanwhile, prepare and weigh 350 grams /12.3 oz of white chocolate. I use substitute or pastry chocolate, but you can use any higher quality chocolate according to your preference. If you prefer, you can opt for sugar-free white chocolate. In a food processor, first place the white chocolate, then the very hot blackcurrant jam, and finally the very hot cream. Let it rest for a few seconds, cover, and blend for 1 minute. You can also perform this step by blending the mixture with an immersion blender. Transfer the mixture of the 3 ingredients to another bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. Let the mixture come to room temperature and then store it in the fridge until needed. The blackcurrant ganache can be perfectly prepared a day in advance. Shine in texture. When cooled, ganache acquires a smooth and shiny texture. This shine is due to the fat content in the cream and the cocoa in the chocolate. Adjustable texture. The texture of ganache can be easily modified. If you want a firmer ganache, you can increase the ratio of chocolate. If you prefer a softer, creamier one, add more cream. Once chilled, beat the ganache until you achieve the desired texture. This ganache is perfect for filling macarons or cookies as is, without beating. If you want an even firmer texture, you can add more white chocolate. Now beat the ganache to achieve a creamy and smooth texture with which you can decorate your cupcakes, fill sponge cakes, buns, or use this delicious ganache to create a perfect and delicious dessert as I show you below. For decorating, I use piping tips from number 1, tip number 36, and the 1M tip from Wilton. Ganache was invented in France in the 19th century, although there are several stories about its origin. One popular legend says it was created by accident when an apprentice pastry chef accidentally spilled hot cream over chocolate. The angry master chef called him a ganache, which in French means fool or clumsy. However, after tasting the mixture, they realized it was delicious, and this famous cream was born. It is believed that ganache was popularized in the 1850s by Paul Seurat, a famous pastry chef in Paris. Since then, it has become an essential element in French pastry and worldwide. In many chocolate shops, ganache is the secret behind the smooth and delicious fillings of bonbons. Depending on the ratio of chocolate to cream, the firmness can be adjusted to achieve different types of fillings. To use the ganache and make the dessert as I show you, follow these steps. Dip some ladyfinger cookies in blackcurrant juice, fill them with ganache using the Wilton 1M tip, and close with another cookie forming a sandwich. Place the sandwich sideways in an elongated cupcake liner. In haute cuisine and renowned pastry shops, ganache is used to make mirror glazes that cover cakes with a perfectly smooth and shiny finish. It is a technique that requires precision, but the result is impressive. Then close and decorate with another layer of ganache, forming a nice decoration. You will get an exquisite dessert in an instant. For an even simpler yet equally delicious option, you can just add a single layer of this creamy ganache and top it with even more fresh berries for a beautiful, fruity finish. Please let me know in the comments if you're planning to try this recipe and what kind of dessert you're going to make with it. I can't wait to see your creative ideas and hear how you've used this ganache to elevate your treats. Decorate the dessert with red currants and fresh mint. On my channel, you can also find a delicious extra firm lemon ganache, perfect with 3 ingredients and no added refined sugar. I also have an exquisite and super firm coffee ganache for use in your desserts. I invite you to explore my channel, where you'll find a variety of delicious ganache recipes, frostings, and buttercreams that are perfect for any occasion. From fruity, light toppings to rich and indulgent fillings, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned baker, my videos will guide you step by step with easy-to-follow instructions and tips to help you achieve the perfect texture and flavor every time. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on new recipe ideas and creative inspiration for your baking projects. Join our community of dessert enthusiasts, and let's make every cake, cupcake, and cookie extra special with unique, homemade frostings. In the world of pastry, lemon ganache shines with its perfect harmony of sweetness and acidity, delighting even the most refined palates. Its smooth and creamy texture makes it an ideal ingredient for a wide range of desserts, including cakes, cupcakes, cookies, and macarons. Thanks to its versatility and freshness, it is an undisputed favorite among sweet lovers. In a small saucepan, heat 300 milliliters, 1¼ cups, of fresh cream, 36% fat, or heavy whipping cream over medium heat until it starts to boil. It is important to pay attention to avoid burning the cream and to remove it from the heat just before it fully boils. Grate a lemon and squeeze its juice. Ganache is believed to have been invented in France around the mid-19th century. The word ganache originally meant fool or moron in French, named after a mistake made when hot cream was accidentally poured over chocolate. Although it originated in France, ganache became widely popular in the United States in the 1980s as the trend for gourmet chocolate desserts grew. While the cream is heating up, finely chop 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of white chocolate or use white chocolate chips if you prefer, just like I do, and place it in a bowl. Then, add the lemon zest and juice to the mixture. Optionally, add half a teaspoon of turmeric to give a different color and flavor to your ganache. Add the 300 milliliters, 1¼ cups, of very hot cream and whisk until the chocolate melts completely. You can also mix the chocolate and cream with a spatula or a wooden spoon, stirring until you get a smooth and homogeneous consistency. Transfer the ganache to a bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and let it cool for an hour. If you prefer an even firmer consistency, you can add more white chocolate. It is important to let the ganache cool to achieve the desired texture before using it in your favorite desserts. Now, whip the ganache until you get a firm and perfect texture. Whipping lemon ganache is a crucial step to achieve a light and airy texture, perfect for frosting cakes or piping onto cupcakes. To whip the ganache properly, make sure it has completely cooled and thickened in the fridge for at least an hour, ideally 2. If you whip it while it's still warm, the mixture can split, causing the fat to separate. When you're ready, use a hand mixer or stand mixer with a whisk attachment. Start on a low speed to avoid splattering and gradually increase to medium-high. Be cautious not to over-whip it, this can quickly turn your smooth, glossy ganache into a grainy and stiff mixture. The ideal consistency should be soft peaks, where the ganache holds its shape but still looks creamy and glossy. If you accidentally over-whip and it becomes grainy, you can gently fold in a little more warm cream to help bring back its smooth texture. For added stability, especially in warmer climates, you can chill your mixing bowl and whisk attachment beforehand, which helps keep the ganache cool as you whip. The entire process should take about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the temperature and the amount of ganache. Once it's whipped, it's ready to use immediately or can be stored in the fridge and briefly re-whipped before using if needed. For decorating, use a large piping tip like Wilton 353, 1E, or 1M. You can use this ganache according to your preference. Now that you have prepared your delicious lemon ganache, it is time to enjoy it. Use it as a filling for cakes, a topping for cupcakes, a drip for fresh fruits, or simply serve it over ice cream for a refreshing dessert. And there you have it. With these simple steps, you can prepare an irresistibly delicious lemon ganache that will surely be the star of your favorite desserts. You can freeze lemon ganache for up to 3 months. Store it in an airtight container, and when ready to use, let it thaw overnight in the refrigerator before whipping it again. Now, I'll show you how to make a delicious lemon ice cream sandwich using this same ganache. I instantly turned it into a dessert that everyone loves. I always keep a pack of wafer cookies at home and simply layered each cookie with a spread of ganache until forming a cake with several layers, specifically 9 layers of colorful wafer cookies. It's just a simple but delightful idea. Pop them in the freezer for about 30 minutes until the ganache firms up. The classic ganache recipe consists of just 2 ingredients, chocolate and cream. The ratio of these two determines its use, whether as a glaze, filling, or frosting. There are various types of ganache, such as dark, milk, and white chocolate ganache. White chocolate ganache is often used for flavor variations like lemon, raspberry, or matcha. Ganache can be used as a filling for truffles, a glaze for cakes, a frosting for cupcakes, or even as a dip for fruits. The temperature of the ganache affects its texture. When warm, it's pourable and perfect for glazes. When cooled, it becomes thick and can be whipped for a fluffy frosting. Emulsification: the smooth and glossy texture of ganache is achieved through emulsification, where the fat from the chocolate and the liquid from the cream are blended together. Unlike buttercream, ganache does not require sugar as a stabilizer, making it less sweet and allowing the chocolate or added flavor, like lemon, to stand out more prominently. The result is a quick and easy lemon ice cream sandwich, creamy, tangy, and perfect for a hot day. Filled with this rich and fresh white chocolate ganache, my dessert turned out exquisite and very beautiful to look at. Caramel cream with white chocolate is a smooth and delicious mix, perfect for adding a special touch to various desserts. Its versatility makes it ideal for decorating tartlets, covering cakes, or filling chocolates and small desserts. Thanks to its creamy texture, it's perfect for layered desserts in cups with cookies, sponge cake, or caramelized fruits. It also works as a sweet drip for churros, cookies, or artisanal ice creams. Its sweetness and creaminess make it an essential basic for both homemade and professional baking. Subscribe to the channel and tell me from which country you're watching while I start with this delicious recipe. I start by preparing and weighing the 4 ingredients. In a heavy-bottomed saucepan, I place 250 g, 1 1/4 cups, of white sugar. I add 85 g, 6 tablespoons, of butter, which can be salted or unsalted. 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of heavy cream or whipping cream with 35% fat content. And 300 g, 10½ oz, of white chocolate. In my case, I use white compound chocolate. It's important to note that ingredients may vary depending on the recipe or personal preferences. I take the saucepan to medium heat and begin melting the sugar, stirring constantly to avoid burning. The sugar will melt and take on a golden color, forming the caramel. I lower the heat and add the heavy cream, which I've previously warmed slightly. I stir well to integrate both ingredients. I let it boil over low to medium heat until the caramel has completely melted and the mixture is smooth. This step may take a few minutes. Next, I add half a teaspoon of salt and the 85 g, 6 tablespoons, of butter to the mixture. I let it boil for 1 more minute, stirring constantly until the butter melts and fully incorporates. I turn off the heat and carefully pour the boiling caramel over the white chocolate. It's important to exercise caution at this step and use a heat-resistant bowl since the caramel will be very hot. Another option is to add the chocolate directly to the saucepan, stirring constantly to melt it evenly. For the next step, I use an immersion blender to blend the caramel and white chocolate well, ensuring the mixture becomes completely smooth. Then, I cover the mixture with plastic wrap, placing it in direct contact with the surface to prevent a skin from forming, and let it cool to room temperature. Once it has cooled slightly, I store it in the refrigerator for 2 hours or overnight. As it is, in its more liquid form, it's perfect for filling chocolates, drips, accompanying churros, as a drizzle for ice creams, or as a layer in cup desserts. Caramel cream with white chocolate is extremely versatile and delicious. Now I'll beat it for 2 minutes with a regular electric mixer, and you'll see how the texture changes instantly, transforming into an extra firm cream. Depending on the finish, this cream can be used in countless desserts, both for homemade and professional baking. It's perfect for decorating tartlets and multi-tiered cakes, adding a refined touch. It's also used for crepes, waffles, artisanal ice creams, and sweet drips to accompany desserts. Its ability to pair with nuts, sea salt, or spices makes it a surprising ingredient. Additionally, it's economical and easy to prepare, which makes it even more appealing. This cream can be stored without any issues for 7 days in the refrigerator in an airtight container. You can even freeze it for later use. For decorations, I use the large Wilton tips, 1E and 1M, which are perfect for achieving beautiful and professional finishes. I hope you liked this cream recipe. If you found it helpful, you can support me by sharing my videos on your social media accounts.